Tommy, listen to me. He is the contractor. He's the contractor, okay? I can't lose this job. Let's talk about this in the morning, okay? We'll talk about it in the morning. All right, good night.
Hey.
Scoot. What are you still doing up? It's late.
Oh, crud, what time is it?
It's way past your bedtime.
But it's still today.
Honey, please not right now. I do not have the energy for this.
Here.
What's this?
Your birthday? You kept complaining about your broken watch. So I figured, you know. You like it?
Honey, this is... It's
What?
nice, but I think it's stuck. It's not...
What? No. Oh, ha ha.
Where did you get the money for this?
Drugs. I sell hardcore drugs.
Oh, good. You started helping out with the mortgage then.
Yeah, you wish.
Good night, baby girl.
Hello?
Sarah, honey, I need to get your daddy on the phone.
Uncle Tommy, what time is it?
I need to talk to your dad now.
Uncle Tommy? Hello? What was that? Oh, dang it. I forgot to give this to him.
Forgot about the birthday card.
Dad?
I played this before. Oh.
You in here?
Seem to be somehow connected to the nationwide
Where the heck are you?
We've received reports that victims afflicted with the infection show
It's
signs of
nearby.
increased aggression and there seems to be some commotion coming from the...
What was that?
Shit.
Dad? Dad? What is going on? There's his phone. Each of his cards. How are you? Call me on my way.
Ready, 3, 2, 1, dead.
There you are.
Sarah, are you okay?
Yeah?
Does anyone come in here?
No, who would come in here?
Don't go near the doors. Just stand back there.
Dad, you're kind of freaking me out. What's going on?
It's the coppers. Something ain't right with them. I think they're sick.
Kind of sick.
Hi, sir.
Jimmy!
Dad?
Come here. Come here. Jimmy!
Hi, sir.
Jimmy, I am warning you! Don't!
Something this morning.
There's something bad going on. Do you understand me?
I don't fucking even know. And Tommy is coming.
You have any idea what's going on out there?
I got some notion.
Holy shit. You got blood all over you.
Hey, man, let's just get out of here.
Half the people in the city lost their minds.
Let's go.
Hi, guys. How are y'all?
Tell me what happened.
Later.
Hey, sis. How you holding up, buddy?
I'm fine. Can you hear us on the radio?
Yeah, sure thing.
Bonuses unlocks.
Hey, sis. Hey, sis.
Here, hold up. Put to main menu. Let's just do it ungrounded. No, I'll do hard. Wait, I could change the thing in the options. I hope.
Hey, sis.
Come on, please.
I'm fine. Can we hear us on the radio?
Yeah, sure thing.
Thanks.
No cell phone. No radio. Yeah, we're doing great. A minute ago, newsman wouldn't shut up.
They say where to go?
They said, Army's put up roadblocks on the highway. No getting into Travis County.
We need to get the hell out. Take 71.
That's right.
Did they say how many are dead?
Probably a lot. Found this one family all mangled inside their house.
Tommy's.
Right. Sorry.
Jesus Christ, how did this happen?
They got no clue. But we ain't the only town. At first they're saying it's just the South. Now they're going on about the East Coast, the West Coast. Holy hell. That's Lewis's farm. I hope that sumbitch made it out.
I'm sure he did.
Were we sick?
No, of course not.
Or do you know?
They said it's just people in the city. We're good.
Didn't Jimmy work in the city?
That's right, he did. We're fine, trust me.
All right.
Let's see what they need.
What do you think you're doing? Keep driving.
I got a kid, Joel.
So do we.
But we have room.
Keep driving, Tommy.
Stop!
You ain't seen the I see. Someone else will come along.
You should have helped him.
Oh, this is bad. Everyone and their mother had the same damn idea.
We could just backtrack and...
Tommy! Holy shit! What just happened? What the fuck just happened? Did you see that?
Yes, sorry.
Damn.
Turn here, turn here.
No. Come on, people, move.
What are they running from?
Get us out of here.
I'm trying.
Oh no.
We can't stop here, Tommy.
I can't fucking drive through them,
Then
Joel!
back up there!
They're behind me, too!
There! Hold on! Go!
Sheesh. No, whoops.
Hey!
Get back.
Are you ready to focus on what you're truly passionate about? At the Universum of affecting real, positive change in the world. Tap now to explore flexible options for a high-quality education or visit umass.edu. Be revolutionary.
Gonna need to run.
Run, bitches, run!
It was one of my favorite middle school toys. Now, keep in mind, I grew up in the middle of the 1980s, so there were a lot of favorites to pick from. Transformers, G.I. Joe, Mask, and He-Man. All the classics you'd expect. And, of course, the always popular Lego. Sadly, I don't remember what this toy was called, but I can describe it. It was a tray that held 3 pieces of plastic that combined to form one larger plate. And on each of them were raised drawings. The full set had a number of complete drawings of fantastic creatures, but the plates had been split into top, middle, and lower thirds, allowing kids to mix and match them. Want the feet of a bear, but the torso
Funny
of a
because
dragon and a
this zombie
human
stays
head.
there for a
Just
while.
find pieces and put them
Then
together.
and then
And
comes
when you
around.
built the perfect set, you could
So the
place
zombie
a
just
piece of
stays
paper
there.
over all of them and rub a crayon over the raised drawings, giving you the perfect homebrew coloring page to complete. It's an ancient fascination, really. The combination of various parts into an unnatural hybrid. It's been a feature of the sci-fi genre for nearly a century and a half, too, showing up in early hits like The Island of Dr. Moreau by H.G. Wells and modern blockbusters like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. It seems that we will never get tired of remixing the world around us. As you'd expect, this hasn't always been done for pure entertainment. In a world before photography and instant global publishing, news traveled glacially slow, giving it the chance to shift and change over time. One whispered story of a mysterious animal could easily become a larger-than-life legend of a monster that most people were only too happy to believe. Of course, believability isn't the same thing as truth, but throughout history, folklore has put a handful of creatures on that are fantastical in almost every way, and yet, despite centuries of exploration and scientific advancement, have left us with an unsettling possibility. Some of them, it seems, might actually be real. I'm Aaron Mankey, and this is Lore.
We're safe, Sam. We're safe.
Hey, I need help. Stop!
It's My daughter, I think her leg's broken.
Stop right there!
We're not
It's
sick.
the sort of thing that you'd expect to see in one of those historical mystery thrillers like The Da Vinci Code. A large Renaissance manuscript, complete with decorative drop caps and rustic typesetting, and on nearly every page, the woodcut of some new, oftentimes strange type of creature. A lot of books like that have been published over the centuries, but if you want a gigantic 4,500-page exploration of that sort of thing, Historia Animalia by Conrad Gesner is the place to start. But be warned, it's certainly a thick journey to take. Gesner was a Swiss naturalist and physician, born in 1516 in the city of Zurich. Some historians refer to him as the Swiss Pliny, hinting at the Roman historical writer Pliny the Elder, and maybe that's okay. Gesner certainly was prolific. Over the course of his career, he published 72 books and left another 18 manuscripts behind when he died in 1565 at the young age of just...
Come on, baby, please. No, baby. No. Sarah. Baby.
Like that. Fuck, I'm unplugged.
Don't do this to me, baby. Don't do this to me, baby. Come on.
No, no, no.
The number of confirmed deaths has passed 200. The governor has called a state of emergency.
There are hundreds and hundreds of bodies lining the streets.
Panic spread worldwide after a leaked report from the World Health Organization showed that the latest vaccination tests have failed.
With the bureaucrats out of power, we can finally take the necessary steps.
Los Angeles is now the latest city to be placed under martial law. All residents are required to report to their designated quarantine. Riots have continued for a third consecutive day, and winter rations are at an all-time low.
A group calling themselves the Fireflies have claimed responsibility for both attacks.
Their public charter calls for the return of all branches of government.
Demonstrations broke out following the execution of 6 more alleged Fireflies.
You can still rise with us. Remember, when you're lost in the darkness, look for the light. Believe in the Fireflies.
I'm coming.
How was your morning? Want one?
No, I don't want one.
Well, I have some interesting news for you.
Where were you, Tess?
West End District. Hey, we had a drop to make.
We had a drop to make.
Well, you wanted to be left alone, remember?
Yo, Black Puppy. Yo, Black Puppy. Yo, Black Puppy. Yo, Black Puppy.
Bro, I hope we're doing this in the day, bro.
Give me the controller.
I can't see a nothing.
Can you give me the controller?
Why do you want it?
I'm gonna join the other party. Go down, go down. Up. No, man, just give me the controller. Yes, X.
I know.
I'm back. Hey, Louise. Louise.
That puppy?
Mm-hmm.
That puppy.
Yeah.
Wanna play together?
I'm playing The Last of Us.
Oh, okay, never mind. I guess you're not play together.
Wait. Wow. Oh, hello, Shauna. Yeah. Miguel. Oh, Nicole.
Ugh, I hate people using shotgun. How is that?
Young age of just 49. Historia Animalia was his 5-volume masterwork. Each book focused on a different type of alien creature, ranging one of birds, another on reptiles, and land animals who gave birth to live young rather than eggs. And one of them fish, and inside that massive cone are some crazy
Wait, did it?
below that.
So I'll take one guess. The whole deal went south and the client made off with our pills. Is that about right?
Deal went off without a hitch. Enough ration cards to last us a couple of months, easy.
You want to explain this?
I was on my way back here, and I got jumped by these two assholes, all right? And yeah, they got a few good hits in, but... Look, I managed.
Give me that. Are these assholes still with us?
That's funny.
Just find out who they were.
Yeah, look, they were a couple of nobodies. They don't matter. What matters is that Robert fucking sent them.
Our Robert.
He knows that we're after him. He figures he's gonna get us first.
Son of a bitch, he's smart.
No. He's not smart enough. I know where he's hiding.
Like hell you do.
Old warehouse in Area 5. Can't say for how long, though.
Looks like a...
I'm ready now, yeah?
Oh, I can do now.
And then there was the Sea Bishop. First spotted at the southern end of the Baltic Sea near Poland, this fishy monster was immediately brought to the king. It said that once it was standing before the ruler, this Sea Bishop made gestures that suggested that it wanted to go back into the water, possibly even making the sign of the cross. Hence the name, right? Sea Bishop. The illustration that accompanies this creature in Gesner's book shows a mostly humanoid figure standing on two legs, arms stretched out to show pointy fingers, and a bishop's hat upon its head. Honestly, the only thing fishy about the drawing at all is that the guy's shirt and hat are covered in scales. A couple more examples, for those of you who love a good fantastical menagerie. Gesner did manage to include sea monsters that weren't members of the clergy. One of those was the ichthyocentaur, which was basically just fish centaurs. They had the upper body of a human, the back legs of a horse, and the tail of a fish. Gesner himself referred to them as sea centaur or sea demons. But if you're trying to conjure up images of a normal centaur with a fish tail stapled on, you'd be wrong. Gesner's illustration shows something more hideous. With a face like a dog human arms that end in crab-like claws, and the long, curving body of a fish. And lastly, there's the sea monkey. Technically referred to as the Simia marina in Gesner's writings, the sea monkey looks absolutely nothing like those ads you used to find in the back of old comic books. What did they look like?
Yeah.
Well, the illustration shows what is essentially a fish with the head of a monkey whose fanged mouth is open in a horrifying scream.
What the fuck?
And look, these are fun creatures to explore, aren't they? Ancient sketches that represent the artist's whimsical creativity more than real-life experience. Conrad Gesner's Simia Marina and Catholic fish combos honestly just seem like bizarre fantasies, overactive imaginations that created a hybrid of what we know and what we fear.
Lore. Podcast.
Hey, Pope.
Unusual graves. Nice. I see.
Are you ready to focus on what you're truly passionate about?
No.
At the University of Massachusetts Amherst, we're committed to helping students design a meaningful path for their future. As one of the country's top-tier public research universities, we're helping drive the world forward, empowering students to challenge convention, champion innovation, and embrace the freedom of affecting real, positive change in the world. Tap now to explore flexible options for a high-quality education or visit umass.edu. Be revolutionary.
Hey folks, Aaron here. I've got a challenge that I think you can help me with. A few months ago, we started making episodes called Lore Legends.
Hi,
These
baby.
are stories that are maybe a bit less historical, but so incredibly important to communities all over the place.
Where are you even
as
a girl?
society becomes less rooted in one physical location, those local legends are at risk of slipping away. It's a small... And that's where I need your help. If you have a special, spooky, or strangely unusual story from your town, my team and I want to hear about it. I can't promise that your particular story will make it into an episode, but we really want to find ways to make that happen. At the very least, we'll be able to build a database, one that I hope to make available someday in the future for everyone to browse through.
Yeah, you
Why?
are a girl.
Because these hyper-local legends deserve a chance to be documented and saved, and maybe even get their moment in the spotlight. So
You didn't have
if
to
you have
shoot
a
me.
cool local legend that you want to share with
Miss,
us,
I just
head
wanted
over
to get
the
your
Lore
number.
website and click on the story submission.
Can I get your number, miss?
More in the menu.
Ah, you bitch.
Again, I can't guarantee that all the stories you send us
I just
will be
wanted to get
featured
your
on
number.
Lore, but there's no denying
have to
that
push me
every
away.
story is valuable. And with your help, we can preserve them for future generations. And now, on with the show.
Fine. Retarded motherfucker. Retarded looking motherfucker.
When
That's
we
you.
die, we're remembered by the people who knew us. Siblings, cousins, friends, and colleagues carry on our memory until they too pass on. I've heard it said that the people we love don't really die until we do, because their memory is still inside us every day. But once we're all gone,
Ready?
what's left?
3.
For many of us,
2,
it's our grave
1.
and headstone. Just a few words about who we were. Mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, sons, or daughters who eked out a living between two hopefully distant dates, all of which is etched onto a stone slab a few feet high. That doesn't seem like a lot to honor a life well lived, or one that was taken from this world too soon. But some legends are remembered a bit differently. Their graves do more than just honor them. They help define who they were while they were still drawing breath. Some of these graves were marvels of modern engineering, while others demonstrate the lengths people will go to in order to remain with their loved ones, even in death. So join me as we examine the most unusual graves, the ones that go beyond simple headstones. They are works of art, shaped and molded out of our grief and paranoia. And while they serve as reminders that yes, we too shall one day pass away, we don't have to be forgotten. I'm Aaron Mankey, and this is Lore Legends. Our first story takes us to Moncton, Vermont, located along the state's western border.
God damn,
It was there
Chester,
where
very
Timothy Clark
fast.
Smith was born in 1821. He was an ambitious man, graduating from Middlebury in 1842, followed by a stint at the U.S. Treasury Department in Washington, D.C. Then, he received a medical degree from the University of the City of New York in 1855. But soon after graduating, Smith uprooted himself from the United States and moved to Russia. He built a new life there, becoming an army surgeon and eventually meeting his future wife, Catherine. Some reports claim that she was Russian, but it appears that she was actually the child of an English army surgeon. They had several children together. After a number of years, Smith was appointed by President Abraham Lincoln to the position of consul in Odessa. He valued his career, but also wanted what was best for his family, especially his children. And that's why when his eldest four reached a certain age, Smith took them back to the United States with him to attend school. Catherine and the younger children stayed behind in Russia, seemingly for decades. Timothy Smith was found dead at the age of 71 on February 25th of 1893. His body was interred at the vault at New Haven, Vermont's central burying ground, while officials waited word from his widow. New Haven, Vermont is a small, picturesque town just north of Middlebury, close to the New York border. Now, the cemetery where Smith's grave is located was renamed Evergreen Cemetery in 1915 after a row of, you guessed it, evergreen trees was planted there. The oldest grave at Evergreen dates back to 1791, although it's possible that it was moved there from a family. It was officially become a burial ground in 1810, and it is still an active cemetery to this day. It's located, and its ornamental gate is flanked by its namesake evergreens. But according to local lore, Timothy Clark Smith was deathly afraid of being buried alive, a fear known as taphophobia. This was a common fear to have at the time, too. For example, Edgar Allan Poe published a short story called Premature Burial in 1844, about a man who takes extensive precautions to avoid winding up 6 feet under while still alive, a fate he ultimately succumbs to by the end of the tale. The 19th century saw a variety of inventions which were designed to help those who had been buried alive communicate with people above ground. These included air pipes and bells connected to pull strings, but more on those later. Smith, not one to take chances, availed himself of as many of these precautions as possible. One legend claimed that his biggest fear was contracting a disease known as sleeping sickness, which would give him the appearance of having passed away. The last thing he wanted to do was wake up inside a coffin with a lid over his head. And so, after his death, his son, Harrison, traveled from Iowa to Vermont to make sure his crypt was built according to certain specifications. It cost a pretty penny, of course, but the end result was a grave that any corpse would be happy to decompose in. It was a single underground room, which was constructed out of cement and stone. It boasted a cement filled with glass that connected the room to the surface above.
Damn it.
Some say this window was meant to provide his relatives with a way of confirming that he was truly dead. All they had to do was look down through the window. There was also a staircase leading up in the event that Smith felt the need to leave his grave at any moment. And as was customary at the time, he was buried with some kind of a signaling contraption, either a bell inside or a wire connected to a bell on the surface. Although for a man who was so afraid of being buried and forgotten, he made his grave pretty difficult to find. He has no headstone, nor any kind of engraving or plaque identifying his burial site. The glass window looking down on his remains is sadly no longer functional. Ferns have moved in beneath the surface of the grave, and condensation on the window's interior have blocked visitors from peering inside. In 1939, one local paper reported that several older locals had tried to catch a glimpse of Smith's corpse, debating whether or not they actually saw the bones of one of his hands. By the 1940s, the grave had already become a tourist attraction. The cemetery's superintendent was quoted as saying, "Every summer we have any number of visitors, some from distant who come to New Haven to see the Timothy Smith grave. Personally, I can't see what they see in it." And that makes sense, as the window had already become too cloudy to